Hey old soul, just over a year ago I sold everything I owned in Australia and moved with my ex-husband and 3 kids to this beautiful land of Bali. Now I travel first class around the world, teaching people how to manifest their dream life. If you're ready to step into a paradigm that's so wild, so freeing, so abundant, then you're exactly where you need to be. Welcome. Good morning from sunny Bali. I have got some very exciting news. I have been on this crazy roller coaster. Have you ever launched something? This happens to me all the time. I launch something and then I have to calibrate on the deepest level to the frequency of the thing that I've launched. And the thing always is so much more powerful and more potent than me that things start changing really rapidly and crazily. So I'll give you an example. When I launched my Bali retreat, the things I've had to go through to hold the energy and actually really learn what this retreat is about has been next level. When I originally launched my Bali retreat, when I came up with the idea, it was because a healer was like, Eva, you have come to Bali to host many retreats here. And I was like, okay, cool. That doesn't really sound like something I want to do, but sounds like a vibe. Anyway, the seed was planted. And as you know, a seed has to harvest. It has to continually grow. And you might have this in your life and in your business. There might be a seed that gets planted like, do you want a house? Or you should have a new partner, or people will constantly plant seeds in you, or you will plant the seed within you, depending on whether you're being conscious or unconscious. And it's important to realize that it's all perfect no matter what. But a lot of us have seeds planted in us from a very young age. Now, for me with the Bali retreat, I was like, okay, cool, we're just doing this, we're hosting the energy. And then literally in the last 7 days, I was having huge back pain. So I went to this healer and I worked and did a lot of energy work around my back and feeling supported and all these things. What is going on with my hair right here? Feeling supported and all these things. And then it all shifted and changed. And I was like, holy shit, this retreat is so much more powerful than I could have ever imagined. And it made so much sense because I was having all these calls. I had so many calls booked in January with all these people for the retreat. And it really didn't feel aligned. And I say this with so much love, they didn't feel like the right people for the retreat. And it was because the energy of the retreat wasn't matching up to the frequency of the people that were coming in. Now, the few people that have booked their tickets to Bali are clients that have worked with me for well over 12 months, and they are so freaking powerful and phenomenal. And what I started to notice was that the energy of this retreat was next level. It was so powerful and so crazy. So the funny thing is, in the last week, a Kundalini activation specialist. Now, I've done a lot of things, and I'm going to be completely honest and open. And before the end of this video, I want to give you a blueprint to things that you can start doing to completely clear and rewrite your subconscious yourself, whether you decide to come to the Bali retreat or not. I want you to be able to do this now. I don't want this life to be like, if you don't do this, you can't get this. It's like, no. Everything in this world is a tool, is medicine. I'm medicine. Kundalini activations are medicine. All the people in this world get to be your medicine so that you can heal, so that you can live a life beyond your wildest dreams. Because often healing, and when we're thinking about healing, think of a glass of water, I'll just use my water bottle. Imagine we throw all this crap into the water, and then we pour more water in, so we're healing, and all the stuff comes up. The more we heal, all the stuff comes up. And then when we get to the end, it overflows, and then we are free. We are rid of the old patterns. But what a lot of people do is they get stuck here. It's too uncomfortable. They don't want to keep healing. And then maybe they'll do a little bit more work, and then they'll get stuck here and they'll give up and they'll go back to their old life. Then they'll do a bit more work, and then they're like, oh, it's too hard, when they're so close, and they go back to their old life. Why? Because as humans, for our ego, we don't like to change. We don't like anything to change. We like everything in our life to stay the same. And so coming back to, I'm going to give you the things that you can do to completely and utterly rewrite your subconscious. But this is what I've done in my Bali retreat, in my 4-day immersion, because think about your life and think about everything you've achieved. And then when you go back, if you've ever lost weight and then you've gained it again, if you've ever made a lot of money and then you go back to not making a lot of money. Everything just feels like this rubber band of going forth, going back. And sometimes it feels like we're never actually growing and expanding and moving to the next level because we have a subconscious program. It's like an app. And unless you keep updating the app to the new software, to the new belief system, and are able to completely and utterly hold the frequency of the update, you're going to go back. And the whole journey is about going forward, healing, 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 and constantly breaking through to the next level. And I'm going to be completely and utterly honest. The reason that I live this life beyond my wildest dreams, and I'm not going to fully give it all my power because I believe that it's all us. You know, we can always outsource and go, oh, it wasn't me, and give away our power. It was always me. It was always me turning up for me every single day religiously. But the thing that I did that really, really, really changed my life and helped me see how the world works beyond the illusion of the 3D was ayahuasca, hands down. It was 100% ayahuasca. Now, it was also a lot of things I was doing along the way. It was the past life regressions. It was the timeline therapy. It was the Kundalini activations. It was the Balinese healer. It was all these things. But these things were things that went, oh, hey, Eva, hello over there. There is more to this life than meets the eye. And often we get trapped like a fly in the glass jar and we can't go further because we are constantly feeling like, oh, this is all there is. And we can't go beyond the 3D illusion of reality because we don't think differently. And so in the 4 days, I'm going to tell you everything that I'm going to do on this Bali retreat so that you can actually try and implement this into your life. So whether you come or not, you can fully have the shifts, because I really desire you to have the shifts no matter what. When you succeed, we all succeed. And that's something you can actually look at. When someone in your life is succeeding, are you celebrating their success or feeling like it's not happening to you? If you're celebrating their success, then boom, you're on the right track, because that's law of oneness. When you look at somebody else and they're succeeding and you get jealous or you get angry, don't judge it. Just go, interesting. That's obviously what I desire. And then switch it around and celebrate. Because if you look at someone else's success and judge them, you hinder your own success. You really, 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 really hinder your own success. So you've got to really be in alignment and celebrate their success. So what we are fully doing in this 4-day immersion that we're going to go really, 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 really deep with on the next level, that you can actually do at home. I'm not going to sit here. I know that this retreat is going to change your entire life, but you can fully integrate these practices and principles into your life right now as I'm speaking. So, number one, just like an app and the software, we have to choose the upgrade that we desire. What is it that we fully desire for our life? What is the dream beyond the wildest dream? And we want to go the dream beyond the wildest dream, because if you just go to the dream here, your mind doesn't deem that as safe. That's not safe. That's different. That's change. That's scary. I don't want to go there. But if we go another level beyond the dream that we desire, then we can get to this dream and the mind's like, I can see what's beyond it. I'm not going to die falling off that cliff. So we have to understand that we have to go for the dream beyond the dream. So when you envision, when we are rewriting the upgraded version of your life, the upgraded software, the vision for your future, don't just go to this level, go 100 more. And when it's uncomfortable, amazing. Of course it's going to be uncomfortable. Your mind doesn't like change, but know that the dream beyond the dream is what your soul came here to manifest. It's no different to your soul, to the quantum particles, whether you want $1 billion or a dollar. It just knows what you're willing to receive. And the whole journey is discarding all that you are not, so you can receive that, so that you can energetically align with that. They did a study and it was like, the power that is within you, I think we are worth in the currency of things like over $1 billion a second, but no one's tapping into their fullest potential. So first of all, on this retreat, what we're going to do and what you can do at home right now is tap into the vision, tap into that upgrade. We are tapping into an upgrade to a dream that is beyond the dream, so that our mind feels that it's safe. Tap into that. The whole journey of this lifetime is to go, this 3D reality is just not, it's just a mirror. And I have to look in the mirror to see if I've got a zit on my face or what's happening. I have to look in the mirror to see how I can improve myself. but I don't spend all day staring at the mirror being really, really vain and conceited and being like, oh, this is working, this isn't working, yada, 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 yada. So the reality of the 3D is not really you. It's a reflection of you and how you're feeling about you. And so the whole journey is to tap into the soul and remember that the symbols that you're creating in your mind are so much more valuable than this 3D reality. Now, the next thing that we are going to be doing on this retreat and really, really, really going so deep with is a whole heap of activations. Now, if you're in the Limitless Wealth membership, you can get access to these activations. I believe I have a few free ones on YouTube. Do not quote me on that. I definitely have a few free meditations on YouTube. So if you want to get your hands on those, just send us a DM. We'll send you the free stuff so that you can really just start diving in. But activations are really like short, sweet processes that get straight to that root in your subconscious so that you can just, so it's not like this 10-hour thing where you're just, it's taking a long time. But we have to remember that the 80% that we see, like 80% of this life is us. We 20% check in the mirror. We 20% take the action. And the action of the 20% is coming from the knowing, from the identity of your future self, of the identity of your soul. Your soul knows that you are worth more and more. So the problem that we get stuck in, and the reason that 99% of people can never manifest the life that they desire is because they look at the 3D and think that it's final. They think that it's set. The 3D is like a constant moving wave of particles that is not stagnant. It appears solid, but it's not. You can change it in a second. You can change it in a day. If there's $3,000 in your bank account, you can manifest $1 million tomorrow. Like, that is how ever changing this is, but we have to get to that place in our psyche. So we do a whole heap of activations. You can probably find activations on YouTube as well. And it's really just about rewriting the subconscious. A really powerful thing that we're also going to be doing is going to dream analysis, and something you can start to take note of. And I think this is huge. I think this is so underutilized and underspoken about, but what is coming up in your dreams is seriously showing you what's going on in your subconscious. We don't have this ability all the time. Like, obviously our 3D reality is showing us our subconscious mind, but there is a delay. There is a lag time. There is a density to this reality. So it takes time. And that's why I always say to my clients, don't get stuck in the illusion of the 3D, because there is a lag time. There is an absolute lag time. So when we're going to the next level and we're calibrating to higher frequencies, the only thing that is actual proof of whether your reality is going to get better or not is how you feel. If you're feeling really positive about things coming and shifting, you don't give the 3D any energy, and then you just know, you just trust, you just believe, you affirm, you just know it's just all working out no matter what. It's all working out no matter what. You see something you don't like in the mirror, it's all working out no matter what. My pimple is healing no matter what, like whatever it is, no matter what, it's getting better, it's working out. Do not give the reality, because if you stop and get stuck in the illusion of the 3D and you get stuck in the mirror of the 3D, then you get stuck in the loop. You get stuck in the trap of things not moving, things staying the same. Because if you look in the mirror and you go, yeah, this is what it is, then it stays the same, because you're that powerful, because this is what it is and this is a reality, and you can't move the reality when you are the reality. And so it's really important. So we go deep with dream analysis because that's important. You can definitely go to YouTube, get dream analysis, learn from Carl Jung. This is something that we are going to go deep with on the retreat, but if you're somebody that prefers more of a DIY version, then definitely go and Google Carl Jung. Look up. I always stand beside, I prefer Carl Jung's dream analysis psychology. However, sometimes I use Sigmund Freud. The difference between the two is Carl Jung was more about interpreting the symbols yourself. Like, what do they mean to you? It's more about the meaning. And when we're looking at dream analysis, it's not so much about the symbols in your dream. It's more about how you were feeling. So if you saw a symbol of your mother or your father in your dream, and then there's an energy to it, like an anger or an anxiety or something, then that's what you need to look at, as opposed to if there's love or just calmness or whatever it is. It's like a healing thing. So your dreams are constantly going to be cleaning out your subconscious, really moving things in energy. So very important. The last thing you think about before you go to sleep at night is the last thing that's going to rewrite your subconscious. something else we are doing at this Bali retreat that you cannot do at home. You really cannot do at home, but it's something that you may or may not be ready for. And maybe I'm going to plant the seed today because it may come into your life to be able to experience. It's called a Kundalini activation. Now, the Kundalini energy is very, 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 very potent. I know the lady that founded the movement, and it's a little bit like, human design, where Ra had the download, had the channel. Now, this woman went through Rebecca. She's amazing, Rebecca. Jax, she had her brother commit suicide, and then she went through this full-on awakening. And now what she does is she activates the Kundalini energy within people, because when we're operating on higher frequencies, we have to understand that we're working with higher energies. We're working with high speed frequencies. We're working with energies that make you feel like you're flying. And honestly, most days I feel like I'm flying. I feel like I'm so goddamn high. I'm just like, holy shit, like this is wild. And if you're not able to tap into those frequencies yet, this is a really, really, really beautiful activation to help you go to that next level. And it's easy. It is not chaotic. It's not like, the best thing about this thing is, if you're like me and you're lazy, you just get to lie on a mat. You just get to lie on a mat, and some people will have crying experiences. Some people will freak out, but it's really just about you being on a mat and yes, making sure that everything is working out for you, and you're able to heal that bit in your psyche all the time, really, 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 really effortlessly. So that's something that we're doing. I also have a friend that is starting a drip. I don't know if you guys have ever done the drips before, but they are amazing. Biohacking is his thing. His brother literally was just on a private jet with Mel Gibson the other day. Like, I love this world in Bali because it's just wild. There's just so many incredible things that happen. But really important that if you feel the call to get better with your health, health is so important. So that's going to be a huge thing for this 4-day immersion. We are going to feed you so freaking healthily. Like, I know if you like meat, we're not going to have meat, so it might be a bit boring for you. And if you're not ready for that change, this isn't for you, because you have to be ready for change. I always say to all my clients when they come to me, I'm like, I don't care if you're broke yesterday. I don't care if you're a millionaire yesterday. I don't care what has happened in your past. I couldn't give a fuck. But I care if you're willing to change, because everything in your past is irrelevant to who you can be right now. It is so irrelevant. You are so powerful. You have more power in your little tiny pinky than you could ever, 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 ever possibly imagine. So it is going to be really, 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 really crazy. So they're just a few little things. We're obviously going to go on day excursions. And if you're at home and you don't decide that this retreat is for you, go on day excursions. Go be a tourist in your city. Go and live life, have fun, because while you're having fun, the universe is able to gift you the things that you desire, because you're creating space, because you are at peace, because you are in love with life and the journey. So really go deep with how you can have more fun in your life. When people come into my programs, like the 6 weeks to quantum wealth, and I'm like, they come in, they're like students, and they're taking all the notes, and they're like, oh my gosh, I've got to get this right so I can make more money. And I'm like, okay, your homework is to go and have fun. And everyone's just like, what? I don't want to go have fun. Like, I came here to work. And I'm like, yeah, that's why the money's not coming, because you have taken up all the space in your psyche by thinking you need to hustle, by thinking you need to work, by thinking you need to really, really, really dive deep. The more fun you have, the more money you make. The more in flow you are with the universe and the river of life, the more money you make, the more limitless you fully are. So, and another thing that we're obviously going to be doing is just connecting on the deepest level to like-minded people. The more I grow and evolve, the more I realize, and I always heard this and I was like, oh, such an egotistical, masculine energy thing. But I believe it now, and I really know how it works. And you are the product of the top 5 people in your life. If you are constantly hanging around people that couldn't care less about growing a business, well, you won't be caring less about growing your business. There are periods of life where it's a bit like when you decide to release weight. You have to be focused on being healthy. You have to be focused on health going into your body and being healthy all the time. Same thing with money, same thing with business. If you desire to grow a business, every single thought, you're getting 60,000 thoughts a day. That's your currency for the day. It's like the universe is literally giving you $60,000 every day. Which way are those thoughts going? Are they going into limitless wealth, working for me, everything going my way? Or are they going into, I'm just going to go hang out at Jenny's house because she just had a baby and done this and done that. And there's nothing wrong with living your life. I'm not saying cut every corner and not do things from your old life. But what I'm saying is energy goes where energy flows. And if you desire to have a life beyond your wildest dreams, then every single thought that goes through from those 60,000 has to be everything I'm doing is making me rich. Everything I'm doing is making me a millionaire. Everything I'm doing is conducive to a life beyond my wildest dreams. You have to use those 60,000 thoughts that you're given every day as your currency to create a life beyond your wildest dreams. So, my loves, I hope this has absolutely helped you. There's so many more things that we're going to be doing on the Bali retreat. So if you do feel the call, if you're feeling the energy, it is a powerful energy. The frequency of this energy, this channel, this activation it's next level. It is fully rooted in change and transformation. It isn't going to be as like next level as the 6 weeks to quantum wealth into the darkness. So if you're someone that has done a lot of healing already and you know that this is your year and you know that this is your next level, then this is definitely the place where you want to be, because the frequency of Bali is light. So the energy, and just to kind of give you an idea, it's going to be an energy of healing, but it's going to feel light, and you're kind of going to be like, oh wow, this isn't so heavy anymore. This isn't so like dense. It's not like I'm so in the darkness that I can't breathe. It's like, okay, cool, like so much shit is coming out, but I'm feeling really light about it, and it's feeling really beautiful, and it's feeling really effortless. And I can't fucking believe who I'm being right now in this transformation, because holy shit, if this happened to me a year ago, I would have been shooken. And so that's the frequency of this. And that's what I really want you to understand if you decide to come and if you decide to completely and utterly change your life. Yes, it's going to be crazy. Yes, it's going to be wild. But I want you to think roller coaster vibes, where the roller coaster is like in your favorite city in the entire universe, and you are just on this roller coaster, and you're at Dream World or SeaWorld or anywhere that you fully desire, or maybe you're in that place, I don't know the name of it, and there's all these hot air balloons, and you get a photo and you're just like, oh my gosh, like we're going up, and everything's coming out. So if you're feeling the call, the link is below. Please book in a call, because I cannot wait for this to change your entire life. It fully will. Change is uncomfortable. It really is. But I've got your hand. And if you have a dream beyond a dream, beyond a dream, beyond a dream that you know that you came into this lifetime to manifest, I want this to be the ayahuasca, how it was for me, for you. This would be the medicine where you literally just get to go, oh my God, my life doesn't look the same. When you hop back off that plane back in your hometown, your life will never look the same again. I promise you that. You won't be able to see the world the same way. And that can be scary. Some people don't want to see the world better. But if you truly are ready for change, and you're ready for the shift, and you're ready to have limitless wealth, limitless abundance, the problems never stop coming. That's an illusion. But how you view the problems is with fun, with excitement, with grace and ease and flow. Because when the problems come, you get excited because it's changing. It's like a puzzle being smashed to the ground in a million pieces, and it gets to all come back together and be even better than it ever was before. Have the best day. I love you. I see you. The link is below. Thank you for being here. Whether you choose to come to Bali or not, do this work. Do the inner work. It's going to change your life radically. Big love, old soul. Have the most beautiful day. Mwah.